Yes, sir.
Visible.
Yeah, thank you. Yeah,
I
today
think
topic. Yes, ma'am.
I think you can keep it in slide share mode, sir. Hello, sir.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Just can you keep it in slide share mode, sir?
Yeah, is it fine, ma'am, now? Yeah. I'll put it, ma'am. I'll put it. Just I'm passing through this.
Okay.
Okay. Yeah.
Yes,
Yeah.
sir. Picture.
Yeah. Today topic is variables. As students, we already passing through this computer science, C programming and C plus programming. So many of you know already variables. Just I'm recalling. Then later we will start our programming in this one, because every time language to language in C, Java and Python, variables are same only, integers, arrays, strings. This type of variables are same only, but the data types little bit changing is there, like definitions, arrays, giving the values, little bit changes there. So that according to environment we need to learn. So here, what is a variable? First of all, if you want to store some value, then we need to create some name and we need to store that one. It's like a box. In that box we can keep anything. Suppose if you want to keep anything, we need to open that one and we need to put it and we need to close it, that one. That opening thing is called write mode and closing thing is called read mode. So here, if you observe here, programs are create variables to hold the value of information that may change. Like if you take some variables, it will not change. Those type of variables are called constants. Suppose which things are changed. Like if you give now the variable of number, you can take it. The number, if you store 1, next time if you want to change it to 2, you need to do addition operations. After that addition operation, if you want to store the same value result of the value, if you want to store back to variable, you can store it. Those type of changing values are called variables. Suppose if you want to fix some constant, like if you want to use the pi value, pi equal to 3.14, if you want to store this value will not change, never change. So these type of things are called constants. Here if you observe here, variables means what a piece of information, okay, that values are just we can changing, but it just constant means it will not change. And here types of variables are like a numeric one, that is called number, text one, that is a string, and boolean values like a true or false. Spirit values. Spirit values means some people are asking yesterday, like, yes sir, can we do this program with the scratch programming? Yes. At that time, if you use the spirit, then it will hold the two values. Those are the coordinates, x-axis and y-axis. Every time if you read the spirit values, it will give the two values. X-axis, what is the coordinates of those at that point. Now coming here, how to create the variable in our microbit programming. There are two subs are there. Here, if you go to our website, or else our software, we can go to variable. There, make a variable is there. Now, upcoming thing, I'm showing how to create a variable and what are the options in variable, what are the operations we can do. Those things I will do it now. Here, I will share my projector screen. I'm opening my programming environment. I'm taking the one new project. Instead of explaining in the slides, I explain directly in the website. This program you can do in your mobile also, your laptop also, and your pad, notepad also. Here, did you observe here? Any variable, if you want to do, first of all, what we need to do, we need to set some value to that one, initialize some value to that one. Otherwise, what it will happen, it will take default value. For example, this is your first day of your school, your college. So what is happen? The teacher will come and they will ask, introduce yourself. Why they are asking? Suppose if you introduce yourself, if everyone know your name, from next time onwards, throughout the academic year, they can call you by name. Same way, whenever you are doing some program, if you want to introduce, or else if you want to use some variable, you need to introduce first. So with some value, with the name and some value. If you go to variables here, first of all, make variable is there. If you make, you can give your name. Suppose I'm giving my variable name is num. Okay. Now what are the things visible here? First thing is the num. What is the value here? It is stored in the this block. And if you want to start like a starting value, set this number value equal to something. If you want to give, then this is the one. Suppose if you want to make changes in that variable, then this block will be useful. Let me write some small program, like then you can understand. Suppose I will do the one project like this. Whenever I press the already yesterday we completed buttons, how to use the buttons, those things, event handling, we already completed. Same concept I'm using here to adding them. Our project name is counting the how many times you press the A button. We need to count those things. So how can we do it? Suppose our algorithm is like this. First, I will give the pseudocode. Then later I will write the program. The first step is what we need to do. We need to initialize the variable. Okay, initialize the variable means nothing but what is the name of the variable and what is the value of the variable. We need to give it. And the second thing is next, when A button is pressed, okay, if or else on button pressed, I'm not writing the program, just I'm writing the pseudocode. If on button is A is pressing, then I'm adding the +1 to variable. Okay, if button B is pressing, yes, I'm displaying the total how many times I'm pressed the A button, it will display the total result one. So first I will do in the blocks programming. Okay, first how to initialize the one? I go to here variables, set number equal to 0. But when we need to give, when we start the project, okay, that means on start. On start is the event handler. On start, set number equal to 0. That means initial of starting of the program, we set the number equal to 0. Then later what we did it, when on button A is pressed, okay, you can drag and you can put it here. On button A is pressed, we are incrementing the values. So go here and change the by +1. Suppose if you are incrementing means you need to give the +1 like a positive one, and if you are decrementing means you need to give the -1. This way we can give it. And when you should be displaying, we can display immediately also. Like if you want to display immediately, like this we can do. Show number, you can take it. In place of 0, we can give the directly value of the number. If you drag this number and if you place it here, it will display directly number. Now if you see, I will start my simulation. When I press the A, it is showing 1. Next time 3, like this, like this. Same program I will write in the JavaScript. Here, main thing we need to learn one thing, that is the in C language or Java language, whenever we are using the integers or else float values, we are writing like this: int data type and number name equal to number value. Like this we are giving. But here I already informed you before only, that is the every time based on the environment the definition will be changed. Here we will use the let. Okay, this is the beginner level course. Okay, if you want to go through this one in the next level, I will teach you. The let num equal to, suppose initialize value equal to 0, you can. Then later, what is our thing? When we press the A button, then it will be increment the value. So how to press it? Already it is in our event handler. So how can we make it? Input to dot. Okay, input to dot on button pressed. Okay, if the button A is pressing function, what is the function we need to write? We need to increment the value. See, incrementing means number equal to plus equal to 1. Okay, this way. Actually, number equal to num plus 1 also we can write it. But here, this is the notation. And later, we want to show the value. So, how can we see the value? Simply, the thing is in the basics. So, basic dot, okay, show number. See, all the methods are visible here only. You can use those things directly. You can write the number. Okay. Now here, if I press the one, same thing it will be. Where we can use this application? Suppose if we have the microbit, do one thing. Like pressing the counting, how many times if you want to count something, score or something, you can use this one. Or else later in the upcoming classes, I will teach about the sensors. If you use the accelerometer sensor or else hill sensor, if you use it, if you really in the real time also you can use this one. Simply you can take this microbit, you can fix it to your shoe with shoelace. Then what will happen? How many steps you are doing, you are making in the morning walk? It will count it also. Then after completion of your walking, then you can see it will see the you can see the result also. Those type of applications also it will give you. And if you are performing dance, okay, how many times you use the left side, and how many times you use the right side, those things also it will clearly tell. At the time it will be useful. Now if you observe here, whenever we are doing the programming, okay, in the real time we need to do two things. If you observe in the computer science, who will get the more importance? Along the all the employees, who will get the more importance means, suppose 10 lines of code is there. If anybody write the 8 lines of code, same performance you need to give. But if you write in the less number of lines, so you are the winner, you are the uh, most important person. Why it is like that means, that is analysis. Same way here also, whenever you do the project, you need to give more features on that one. So here, this is the project you are submitting into sub government or something. Okay, they will see every time you are displaying the value. Because of this one, your battery is evaporating very easily. So we need to save the energy. So that means what we can do, every time we will not stop walking and we will not see that one. So we can save the energy. So what we can do, on a button is pressing, thus we will count it, but we will not show it. Every time if you are showing the number, then what is happen? Energy is using and battery is reducing. So what we can do, when button B is pressing, at the time only we will show the value. So how can we do it that one? Very simple one. Just remove this line here. Okay. In place of this one, here we are writing input dot on button pressed. Here button B is pressing. Okay. Here you can give the result here. What is the result? Just basic dot show number. If you want show number, you can use the one. Inside this one, you directly give the number. So what? Because of this, what will happen? Our energy is saving first of all. See, whenever I press the A button, okay, I can't see the result here. Simply just only button is pressing. But whenever I want to result, only result, then if I press the B, then it will give the result. So if you have any other applications, like using this logic, what are the applications we can make it? If you know something, tomorrow what you do, whenever I'm explaining some programming, okay, whenever I'm explaining some programming, you register and you can try for what are the applications we can do using this programming. You can think it and you can post your ideas in the chat box. And tomorrow, or else you can share your ideas in the WhatsApp group. And coming to here, our next project, yeah, creating variables and what are the variables options we till now we discussed. Now counting game. So count the number of times A button is pressed using the variable. This we discussed till now. Now one more activity we will do it. That activity is scoring. Okay, one player is there. Now till now we did it one activity only. Now we will do with the two variables. So A score and B score and time matches. Suppose see here, A score is 0. Initialize initialize the variables like this. A score equal to 0, B score equal to 0. T means type. Okay, when you press the, you need to give the value to A. When you press the button B, you need to give the value to B. When you press the both buttons at a time, that means that is a time match. Okay, you give the value to T. When you shake your board, okay, shaking means it is coming under accelerometer. So I will explain that one. So we need to display all the values. Okay, in the upcoming class, I mean in the next session, what I will explain about the conditions. There, same project we will do with the who is the winner. Okay, at present, what is our target? We need to just When I press the A button, I need to increment the A value. When I press the B button, I need to increment the B value. If I press the both button, I need to increment the A plus B value. That means psi value. And when I shake that one, it will display A value, B value, T value. So how can I do it? This program, I will explain in the first blocks. I will explain. Okay, what is our target? First of all, we need to store the values. That's why we will create the variables. Okay, now make a variable. This variable name I am giving the A, and one more variable you can make it. That variable name you can give the B. Okay, and one more variable if you want you can give, or else num also we can use. If you want to change this one, you can change it. If you go here, like a rename variable is there, we can put the T value. Now, whenever I start the programming, all the values should be, that means on start I can take it. Okay, in this on start, I need to put the set. Okay, and whenever you are using some environment, you need to learn a little bit shortcuts. No need to drag every time blocks and no need to put it here. You can use, if you want to use the same block, you can right click on it and you can make it duplicate and you can put it like this. Now A equal to 0 when start of the programming, B equal to 0 and T equal to 0. Now what is my programming? When A button is pressing, okay, on A button press. Next on B button press. If I press the both buttons, okay, I will write it like this in order. On A button press, on B button press, and both A plus B press. Okay, now here if I press the A button, what I need to do? I need to change the A value to 1. Okay, suppose if I press the B button, then I need to change the value to. Now if I press the both buttons, change the T value. This is happened.
Sir,
Now,
1 second, sir. Sorry to interrupt you.
yes.
Sorry to interrupt you, sir. Sir,
Yes.
in 5 minutes, I think this session will be over. I have posted a new ID in the microbit group as well as to you, sir. So if this session, if this session completes, just log in with that new ID once again, so that we can continue the class till 10:30, sir.
Okay. Okay.
If all students got it, I have posted the Zoom link from 10 o'clock. So please log in with that ID once again. Don't leave the class because Zoom session is only for 40 minutes. So please join the class. Our class is for 1 hour. So please join the class with the given new Zoom ID link. Okay. Thank you.
Okay, ma'am.
Please
Okay.
continue.
Okay. Where we are now, we initialize the values and we change the values. Now what is our next task? We need to display the values. So here one more thing. Here arm shaking is there. Arm shaking means when we shake the board in real time, also physically also, just I show you that board. That board, if you shake it, there is an accelerometer sensor. Okay, like it is like a tilt sensor. Based on if you tilt the left side, it will give some value. If you tilt the right side, it will give some value. Upside, it will give some value. Downside, it will give us some value. Okay, so we can use that accelerometer sensor for seeing some other event handling. We can use that is for event handling also. This is the on shape. See, if you want to see the options are there here, so many options are there. Here once again I will like show here: shake, log up, that means upside, log down, screen up, screen down, till left. These many options are there. Okay, just instead of giving the one particular event handling, just I'm giving the shake. Shake means anytime you can change. Okay, how can we see the result in the virtual means? Here if you click on this shake one, then it will give some value. So now what we need to do, we need to see the result. So how can we see the result? You can take the and show string. Suppose A value, if you want to see, you can put it like this. Okay, A. Okay, then A value, where the result will be storing here. Actually, it is the result is storing in the A. But how can we use this one? We can put this result in the show number and we can put it here. Then it will give the output of the A value. Same way we can, if you want to see the B value, you can give the B here and you can put it here B. No need to drag from there. Okay, whenever you are using some environment, we need to learn the shortcuts. And this is the time match. And here. See, here one thing I will tell you. If it is a physical board, at a time both values we can press it. Both buttons we can press it. But it is when virtual board, how can we press it? Means that's why in the virtual board they give the A plus B directly, one push button they give it. You can use that. Now I'm starting my virtual thing. Okay, now I'm pressing the A value. I press it sometimes, and B value also I press it, and T value also I press. Now if I want to see the result, how can I see? Just I need to shake A value 4, B value 3, and T value 1. This way I can see the result. If you go to JavaScript here, see, don't confuse. It is very easy one. If you see this one, you are just it will be like a little bit bigger and confusing thing. Okay, forget about these all things. Just initialize the value. Let A equal to 0, B equal to 0, T equal to 0. Same thing, write it. And what we did it, input on button A pressed, then A plus 1. Input on button pressed. If it is a button B, B value is pressing. Suppose if I press the A, B, both buttons at a time, then T value is incrementing. Now if I press the shake, see that shake is called in the gesture one. So here it is a button. A and B are buttons. Here shake is in the gestures. Okay, if you see here, basic dot show string A, then later a number value, B, B value, T, T value. That's it. Very simple program. Actually, I want to type this all the programming, but due to time, I'm not typing. Okay, now I'm ending my session here. Please, ma'am already posted the link. We can log in through that link and we can start the session. We will continue till 10. Okay. Okay, and stop my class and you can log in with that. The class is not over yet. It will continue 10:30. Can you see my screen now? Now we completed this till now this one.
Yes, sir, I can.
Yeah. Now our next topic is the conditions. Okay. This also you well known about this topic. Here condition is nothing is there. Just we will tell to computer do one task, but we need to tell when it need to do, or else when it should be performed. Those things. So that when, which time. So those things is called condition. Like a computer programmer instructor telling the computer how to do the process input and deliver output. That is okay, fine. But when to perform a certain task, that is the more important thing. That is called condition. Okay. Here, suppose the condition is true, that means it is satisfied that condition. Like we can do it. Okay, suppose if the problem is solved, then we can go to college. Like that, we can make it. Like suppose now lockdown is completed, then we can start our normal sessions. Like that, any condition we need to make it. Here, see here on flowchart is there. If it is showing something, yes, it is true, then we need to wear the boards. Or else it is not true. That means the condition is failed. Something where another show. Like that. One example I'm showing here. This already you know, but using how to use this type of conditions here little bit different, because programming environment to environment it will be changed. Suppose if you use here in C language, if and else is there. In Java also if and else is there. But if you come to your Python, if elif is there. Okay, there in the Java and C programming, else if you are using. But here it is elif you are using. Okay, now we will do the some. See, these are the logic blocks. In this logic blocks, if block is there, if else blocks are there. So these are in the logic. Variables are in the variable block. Now, what is the here? If you observe here, if true, then that means whatever you are writing the condition that is true, then only it will complete the tasks. So what are the tasks you are giving here? All of you, please switch off your videos and audios. Please cooperate with us. Now, if you write some statements like perform this task, perform that task, like you add some number like that. If you are giving some task, if you write in between the if loop or else if else loop, then if the condition is true, then only it will work. Here see, if condition is met, that means condition is met means if whatever you are writing condition, that condition is it is satisfied, then we can perform that action. Suppose if else block if you are using, then what is happen? Either two things. Okay, there is no condition at else. Only if condition is true, then it will perform the what are the blocks you are writing in between the if, or else directly it will perform the what are the blocks it is you are writing in the else block. Okay, so one more block. So in the programming I will explain. Now I will go to programming. Here see here, okay, here if you observe here, what is the first one? If block. Okay, see if block inside only just true is taken, but if you observe here Java, you can take the false also, but here if block inside we are taking the true value only. Those true value are anything. Okay, suppose you can take the in the logic only, so many comparison blocks are there. Okay, here number conversions, number comparisons you can do it. If you want to compare the string, you can do it using this one. Boolean is there. Boolean means logical and logical or not operations, true false. These are all the things we can use it. Okay, so at present what I'm doing here, how to use the if block I'm doing. Okay, if true, then what we need to do, just show LED something I'm keeping here. Okay, what is the true? That condition we need to give it. Suppose if I'm putting the like a equal to 10, okay, or else a equal to 5, then it will show the it will blink the LED. So how can I make it? Make a variable. Okay, some number variable you can make it. That number when on start you can put it to some 0. Okay, then what here we will use some logic here. What is that logic? If the number equal to 10, okay, now or else number equal to 5, for a time purpose I'm giving the 5. Okay, this condition is true, then I need to blink the LED. Okay, this block where I need to check, if I check only one time, suppose if I put the only, see here, if I put the only on start button, then what will happen, you know, simply it will blink the LED one time only. Okay, that's why on start it need to perform same thing, on start it need to perform these two things. Suppose at a time if I ask you turn your head both left side and right side, it is possible? It is not possible. See here, one side you are saying checking the one, another side you are giving the value, so it is not possible. So don't confuse the event handler at a time. Just you can give another thing like a forever. You can give forever. Regarding about forever I will explain tomorrow, but you can give the forever because you already know about forever. What is forever? Forever means just it will repeat the value. I mean it will repeat the what are the blocks inside those program, it will execute multiple times like iteration. Now coming here, now on start set number equal to 0, forever it is checking here. Now nothing is there, that's why it is not blinking. But did we give increment value? No. So write that one also. Event handler, like an on button pressed, we need to increment the some value here. Now see, if I press the A button one time, second time, third time, fourth time, it is not showing. Fifth time if I show, then it will work like this way. Suppose if I want to see remaining times, I'm not, it is not visible here, and I am also facing it is working or not. So at that time what we need to do, we need to take the else. Okay, for understand purpose we can write it like this. And here what I will do, Suppose if it is equal to 5, then I will write some symbol. If it is not equal to 5, then I will write like. Then what will happen? See here, if I simulate this one, if I start my simulation here, see initially it is showing like this, because every time it is checking the condition. If number equal to 5, now number equal to not 5, now actually now only we started, it is 0. So that's why it is showing this one. If I press the A button, still 1 only. So that's why it is showing this one, still 2 only, still 3 only, still 4 only. If I press one more time, then it is showing it. Okay, so that's why if else block are useful here. So that's it. No, actually suppose I want to text many conditions. Suppose a value equal to 10, I need to display some value. If a equal to 20, I need to display some other value. A equal to 30, like that. I want to check it out multiple conditions. So how can I check it out that multiple conditions? See here, you can press this button, plus button. So here, else if it is coming here, you can write the one more condition. Okay, here the pattern is like this. So first it will check the if value. Okay, next, if it is not true, then directly it will go to else. Directly it will perform the else. In the else, no condition is not satisfied. If condition is not satisfied, that the reason is enough. But when you are if you want to check it out multiple options, then you need to go to else. So here, how can I write it here? If the number equal to less than 2, okay. If the number equal to less than 5, I can give this one. Same thing, or else I can write like this. Yeah. If the number equal to 5, I need to display this value. If number equal to 10, I'm giving this value. What I can do? Like this. Yeah. Now you can see the result here. If you start this one, now initially nothing is there, so that's why it is doing else block only. Else block only it is executing. If I press the a value, still the condition is failed. Both if and else if only failed. Only else only executing. Okay. Once it is satisfied the if condition, then it will show the one. And again, if I am pressing, again it will come to see here after 6, after 5 also it is not showing anything, because here what is the if condition? Equal to 5, then only we need to see this one. This is one. Equal to 10, then only we need to visible this. But here, if you observe here, after 6 also it is not, because these two conditions are failed. So till 10, if you go here, see, once it reaches the 10, once this condition is satisfied, then it is visible here. So how can you write these if else blocks in the Java? Same, using how we are using the same Java, same thing. Okay, instead of this one, we will write it our thing. Better, why I am taking the time and why I am writing the code is, if I am writing, if any error is coming, which errors are we can get it and how to solve it, you learn that one. So that's why I am writing. Okay, first we need to initialize the variable. Okay, let num equal to some 0. Initially start you like this. Okay, on button pressed. Okay, on button is in the input method, input class. Okay, input dot on button pressed. Okay, once button is pressing, what we need to do? We need to increment. So plus equal to 1, you can give. That's it. This is event handler. That's it. And next, okay, we need to write the loop. That loop will be in the forever. So first I will write it. If or else forever we will start it. I will not confuse you. Okay, forever. If I want to use the forever, where is the forever? Actually, it is in the basic one. Okay, basic dot forever. Okay, in this function I can write it. What is my function? First of all, if, okay, if, what is the condition here? If the num value equal to, if you give the only single equal to, it is assigning. If you use the double equal to, it is checking. Okay, if equal to 2, yes, what we need to do? You can give the braces. Okay, what we can do? Simply you can do the like a display something. Basic dot show icon. We can show the some other just butterfly or something we can display. Suppose if I want to else if, okay, else if num equal to 3 or num equal to 4 you can give. Okay, here basic dot show icon chessboard, you can give this. Else display something, else show icon. See, if you don't know what are the icons it is there, just you can type the dot symbol, after that give a gap, then it will give the symbol. Okay, now if you see here, I write it something. See, now else condition is working, that's why it is showing the that one. If I press the A button one time only, one is no condition here, so if I press the 2, then it is showing the butterfly. Suppose now one more time if I press, do you know which condition is it is working? Else condition, because if condition is number equal to 2, here else if condition is number equal to 4, so these two are not satisfying, that's why it is not executing, only else is executing. If I press one more time, then it is showing the 4. Like this way we can use the if else blocks. So you can now you observe this one. Now I will explain one more block because time is very less. So that's why I will explain one more block, that is pick random block. Okay, later I will assign some works to you, and today you can try those challenges and you can come. And on project also we will start, because whenever we are completing the concept, then we need to start working on that slowly, like that only we need to complete. Okay, so my next topic is a random block. Okay, suppose you throw the die. Okay, if you throw the die, just I will explain here. Yeah, this one we completed here. Now here pick random block. Pick random means, what is the random means? Here activities and like a one die is there. If you throw, it will give at a time one value only, it will not give the two values. Okay, this die have the 6 spaces, so 6 values are there. It will give the, every time it will give the single value. So what we need to do today, my task is just how to pick the values. Every time I need to pick the different values, not continuous values. Till now we, if you use the addition symbol, +1 +2 +3 only we did it. But now what I need to do, every time different values I need to do, like a picking. Suppose one bag is there, in that bag if you put it some balls, like a red color ball, blue color block, ball, yellow color ball, like that. Suppose every time if you put your hand and you can picking only one ball only, you need to pick it. Did you guess it, which block, which ball is coming? No. Same way here also, when we use the pick random means, suppose if you give the values 1 to 6 means, just it will return the value, single value it will return, but we don't know which value it is returning. So we can use this type of application. If you learn this type of blocks here, you can use probability type of topics, you can use this one. Okay, now we will do that activity. Okay, now if you observe here, for holding the pick variable, just I'm making one variable. My variable name is num. Okay, now initially on starting I put the here on start you can put the 0. Actually 0, instead of 0 I need to put some place some value, but every time I need to place a different value. So where I can get it, you need to go to math. Okay, there, here so many math operations there. If you come down here, pick random is there, you can take it. Here pick random range is there, which range to which range you need to do. At present I'm doing with the die. So what I will do here, first I will make with the 1, and here I will give the 6 value. So here 1 to 6 I give it. If I want to show something, like a see that something, every time how it is returning the value, if I want to see that one, then what I will do, just if I press the button here, it should be display the number. Okay, show number, you can put it, and directly you can put it here number. Now see here, if on start, just it will be good. But see, if you put the on start, one problem is there. Okay, you can assign the value, but every time you need to get it, means if you assign to this one, okay, what will happen? Only one time only in this reading. So that's why just what I'm doing here, when button A is pressed, see, this is the error. Actually, that's why I initialize like this. Okay, that means if I just on button A is pressed, it means now see the result. 1 second. 5 it is showing. If next time also, if you press it also, it is showing 5 only, because on one time only you are throwing the die. No, I don't want like that. I want to throw my die every time. So how can I throw it? So you need to use the iteration block. Okay, for our block you can use it, or else whenever button A is pressed, okay, whenever button A is pressed, you can use the number block and you can put like this. So if I press the button A, then it will throw the die and it will give the value. If one more time if I press the way, like this way, it is giving the value. Now based on this one, okay, we can do multiple activities. We can do multiple activities. At present, what we can do here, see here, just we need to display the value, number die and graphical die, we need to display the value. And I display the number values. How to display that thing, numbers I already show you, but graphical die means I give the hint. Okay, remaining task you can complete. Just I will give, or else I will complete, or else you can work on this one. Okay, and some more challenges also I wrote it here. Those things I will explain. One second. Here, see this one I wrote it in the JavaScript. If you go to here, here let number equal to 0 is the same. Here input dot on button pressed button A function. Here for pick the random block, that JavaScript notation is this one. Okay, math dot, because math it is there, so math dot random. Okay, instead of this one block, we are using the range starting value to ending value. That's it. See, this is the program for the displaying the number one. Suppose if I want to display, okay, if I want to display like if the value is 1, I want to display the LED 1 like that. So how can I write it? Means, see, when input button A is pressing, it is working like this. Okay, so you can write like this. Forever is in basic one. Okay, I will not complete this program fully, just I will complete off, because showing the sample purpose, you can try it at your home. Okay, basic dot forever, in the forever you put it. Okay, if loop and else loop I already completed. If, okay, num equal to 1. Okay, what we need to do, we need to display the value. Do you know how to display the in the graphical representation? Basic dot. If you want to display the just normally just number means show number, you can use it. Okay, show number, you can use it. You can display the one value, but I don't want like that. I want to graphical representation. So basic dot show LEDs, you can use it. Instead of LED, you can use the directly one. Suppose it is a second one. Okay, suppose it is a second one, like a else if num equal to 2. Okay, then basic dot show LEDs. Okay, here in place of this one, you can edit here. You can put the here like. Now remaining things you can complete. If I press the V, okay, some error it is showing. Else, if is there, okay, good. Else, okay, 2 conditions only, so that's why it is showing like this. So what we can do, we can give the one more one, just else basic dot show LEDs. Okay, like a 3 we can do, up to 3 only I'm doing here. Remaining things you can complete. Now see here, if I press the, still it is giving the else, and else if. It is giving the value. Something, some braces I missed here, I think. Okay. Where I did mistake. Anybody have any idea where I did mistake? If you see already, just you can write on the chat box. Yeah. Declaration or statement is expected. So I can write it like this.
సరే ఒకసారి నేనేం చెయ్యా నేనేం చెయ్యా నేనేం చెయ్యా అన్న ఏం చెయ్యా నేను అది ఒకటి వస్తున్నదా
అమ్మ తేజస్ని
ఇది వస్తు
okay. Where is our here? Yeah. Now what are the other error here? Some braces only we are missed here, else we press the braces here also. Same thing you can try at your home. Okay. Because 10:27, now I need to move to next one. You can try that one. Okay, come to here, challenges. First thing is we will start one project like a rock paper scissors. Okay, how many of you, so many of you know about this game? Okay, rock paper scissors. You see, suppose two people are playing this one. Okay, if scissor is there, scissor can cut the paper. If already you know this one. Okay, again I'm explaining the rules. If the paper is there, okay, then it will beat the rock easily, it will wrap it. If rock is there, it will break the scissor. So these are the rules. So that means suppose you can play with this one with the machine, or else a microbit, or else you can play with your system also. So this one, if you learn this one, you can use this one in the AI also. Okay, machine learning, now they are using the main examples of this one. Now CBSE schools, or else some other like a artificial intelligence course also, they are using this symbol only, this example only main. So if you learn basics now how to make the programming, normal programming here in this project, then you can apply later, you can learn yourself like a machine learning, and you can use this example also. Okay, now what we can do, when we are using the pick random, okay, when you are using the pick random, just you should be display the any one value from the 1 2 3. Suppose it is a 1, okay, then it is a scissor you can give. If it is a 2, you can give the paper. It is a 3, then you can give the rock. So if the 1 is coming, if you choose the 1, that computer is choosing the 2, then it will win. Like that we need to write the code. Okay, so what are the rules? If the player A is gets rocks, if player B gets the scissors, then player A wins. So we will not write directly like that, or else you can assign your variables like a 1 equal to rock, 2 equal to scissor, 3 equal to paper. You can write it like that, you can play the game. The project just was simply step by step we will come, but in the seventh day, on the seventh day, we will complete this type of projects. Now what are the today tasks is, here you need to create, you already learned how to increment, how to decrement. So you can create one automatic car parking project. When a person is coming with the car and you press the A button, you should be display how many empty slots are there. Okay, when a person is going to through B, you need to press the B button. That means this is vacant. Okay, what is happen when a button A is pressing? So you should be add the, you can take one variable, that variable is name is number, you can take it. Okay, in the number you can add the variable as, first of all you can give the 10 slots. Okay, suppose if you pressing the A button, that means you are emptying one thing, empty slot you are emptying, so you can put it like that. Next, in the B button means you can increment it. Okay, so this is the example. One more example is the voting system. If you didn't clear, just I will post the pseudo code in the group, you can see it. Okay, and the second one is the voting system. You can take two variables. Okay, and this already I completed. Okay, but instead of numbers, number A, number B, you can take the numbers, and you need to check it out, because just I display the numbers only, A value, B value, T value only I display, but I will complete the conditions concept also. What you need to do, you need to check it out. On button A pressed, so you need to pull the vote to A. On button B pressed, you need to pull the vote to B. Then later, if you press the A plus B button, then you should be display the A value and B value, and you should tell the who wins. So you need to check the, condition. A values are more or else B values are more. It should be checked using the if else block, and it should display the result. So what you do, this voting system you can do. This automatic R parking you can try. If you are not getting, then I will write the pseudocode in the WhatsApp group. Then you can see and you can try. Okay. Now I'm closing my session. Before that one, if you have any doubts regarding about yesterday tasks, you can post your things in the chat box. Then we can sort it out. Still we have the 8 minutes time is there. Okay. If anybody have anything, then you can post in the chat box. Then I will clear your doubts here.
Sir, few students have done their things, it seems, sir.
Okay, ma'am. I will. Can I make you host, ma'am? Can you see? Or else.
Ask them to. If you make me host, I'll ask them to share their screen, sir.
Okay, ma'am. Okay, ma'am. See, when you are sharing the screen, see, you need to remember, because I don't know you use the phone or not. So you should keep your personal things a little bit closed one. Okay. Only open that image and directly zoom. Directly open that image only. You suppose if it is a personal meaning like a WhatsApp, if it is in the WhatsApp, if you open the open chat, don't do like that. Okay. I'm stop sharing my screen and yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. You can.
So who want to show your project? Please raise your hand so that one by one I can just call. Others can also just see. Few students have raised your hands, right? Arun. Okay, Arun, please share your screen.
Okay.
I'll make you the host. You share your screen.
Okay.
Now you can share.
Yes.
Any others, please raise your hands. Those who have done.
Ma'am, are you visible?
1 second. No. Did you share, Arun?
Yes, ma'am.
No, but it's not visible.
Once.
Yeah.
Arun, now we are getting. You have started 3. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Arun?
Not this. Yes.
Okay.
Arun,
Yes, ma'am.
You can go to old one. Arun, untitled one. There are 12 hours back. You did it. I think you can go to directly there.
Then you show that.
Yeah,
Correct.
yeah.
Okay.
So on button you press.
Yes. Sir.
Yeah. Okay. Good. Yeah. That's right program.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay,
It.
Arun.
Okay, ma'am. Wait, I will show.
You stop sharing. I will give
Yes,
some.
Yes.
Any others want to show, ma? You need not take screenshot directly from your system. Also, you can show. From your phone, also you can show whatever you have done.